up so that I can actually see. I did figure it out. You know how we have, Michelle and I have this side screen that when your comments pop up, it doesn't say who it is. And I figured out why it doesn't say who it is. It's because it's a closed group. So if we were to ever go live on my public page, or we made it public, we could see everybody's names when they talked.
Yep.
So for now, we'll just use my two screens and I'll see who comments here, and we'll be able to answer and see what's going on. So how are you? Is everything going okay?
Yes, everything's going well here. We're all on a bit like you, but we're on lockdown, but not like you guys. Yous are like full on. We're still working. We can go to, like you, coffee and get a takeaway or whatever else. People going for walks and stuff in the street. We're only allowed to walk in pairs though, so we're only allowed to be two people together at a time, and to the shops and back sort of thing. But yeah, yous I think are copying it a lot harder than what we are. We're a little bit more isolated from the rest of the world, so we're very lucky in that aspect. Yeah.
We essential workers have to get out. So
yes,
law enforcement, fire, anybody who sells food is considered essential. Delivery of food. The food delivery has exploded because everything has to be to go. I went to get coffee and it was, I can't even pour my own cream or sugar into my coffee.
No, not allowed to touch nothing.
Which doesn't work because I know how to make my coffee. I just have regular, if you read my book, I have my regular vanilla bean coffee with lots of cream and lots of sugar. I don't drink mochas. I don't have cappuccinos. So yeah. It's really hard.
Yeah.
So I went and bought a coffee pot because, in all honesty, coffee is not essential. As much as I want it to be, it's not. And I want to support small business, but I really need to think about my family and
staying away, definitely.
So I feel bad because the small shop is probably going to end up losing his business over it.
Yeah.
But I guess when you look at lives versus a business, you make the right choices.
Yeah. And just hopefully all the governments will help bail out those small businesses and, do something, put something in place, just so that it doesn't ruin them for later on, when everything's good again.
So. Zane's making fun of me and told me I should drink tea instead.
Oh, is he?
I don't do tea. Tea doesn't do it for me. So you had an adventure recently and were attacked by a piece of furniture? Shut up. I am hiding my roots. Leave me alone.
I can't see what's going on. I'm on your thing on Facebook on my computer, but I can't see anything today. But anyway, no, I decided to go and buy some bean bags because I thought, well, when we're all watching a movie together, which we did last weekend, there wasn't enough chairs. Everyone was like, they wanted their own space. So I thought I'll buy some bean bags. The girls can sort of like kick out onto those. So I decided to have a go filling them by myself, but by the time I got the big bag and tried to put in the thing, it wouldn't stay up, and I had beanbag stuff everywhere, and it stuck to my hands, and it stuck to my clothes. It was everywhere. I nearly broke my vacuum because I had to get the vacuum and try and suck it all up. And then the vacuum stopped working. I thought, oh my God, now I'm going to be in trouble because I've buggered up the vacuum. So I had to empty the vacuum bag and get all the beans out. It was everywhere. My daughter came home. She said, what the hell are you doing, Mum? And I said, well, help me. I said, I can't get. She said, you're supposed to put the thing, the plastic bag into the bean bag and shake it. I said, well, I did try it, but I couldn't do it by myself. And I didn't wait. I should have waited for someone to help me, and I didn't. So, but my bean bag's fixed now.
It's fixed. You can sit in it.
Yes. Can you see that?
Yeah. Zane's telling you that you were doing the horizontal mamba.
I wish at least I would have had some enjoyment out of it. I was going off my nut, I think, trying to get all these beans off the floor. And I'm still, even though I've vacuumed the whole place, I'm still finding them floating around the place. I'm still finding them everywhere. I even when I went to have my shower that night, I found some in my knickers. So how did I get It went everywhere. It went down my shirt. It went everywhere.
So hubby's sitting over here listening, and you even made him laugh. And by the way, I have tea. This is
Oh,
tea that I
apple
drink.
cider tea. Oh,
Yes,
right.
so I do drink tea once in a while, but I like my morning coffee. So a few years back, I had a seizure, and I'm okay, and everything's fine. But I don't remember that day at all that I had to go in and do an MRI. They gave me Valium because I was so afraid, and I was in La La Land. So my husband, who likes to play with all the equipment and everything they have in the room, when you're sitting there. So because of everything that's going on, he found something he acquired for me. It's my own little Disney mask.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that.
So I have my own little Disney mask. Hey,
It's from the kiddie section by the looks of it. Look how little it is.
It's tiny. It's little. But now I have my own little Disney mask that's special. Are you guys wearing masks and things over there?
Yeah, well, to go to the shops, people, it's optional sort of thing, but there are probably half the people wear masks and gloves into just to do your food shopping, and other half they don't. There's people outside our supermarkets now, as you go to walk in, they've got the antibacterial stuff they're pumping onto your hands for you to wash. They've got someone that is around the trolleys that wiping the trolleys and that down. Yeah, but mainly the elderly have got masks on and gloves all the time, sort of over here now. Yeah.
They went on today and said that they want everybody wearing masks.
Yeah.
That they don't want anybody leaving the house without them on anymore. So I actually went on to my little Cricut thing today, and there's a pattern. I have fabric, so I'm going to make my family all masks because you can't find them anywhere. And my little fun Mickey one isn't going to last forever.
No.
And the other ones you can actually wash. And they've said, at least here for now, that even just putting a bandana or something is better than not having
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Zane. I am totally of that. The masks things don't work. But what they're saying now is there's so many asymptomatics, and obviously I'm not an expert, but there's so many people walking around who are not diagnosed that they just don't know enough about it. So they're suggesting it now. And you're right, droplets can get through our eyes. That's why my husband's getting me goggles as well.
Oh.
The biggest thing is I'm not going anywhere. I ordered food. I went to Costco.
Just gotta be housebound.
It's scary. The scary is the unknown.
Yeah.
But being prepared and being smart, but I'm not trying to say one way or the other. Every day it's something different. And I'm not one of those that jumps on the bandwagon, and I've been totally anti-mask and everything, but I'm in California. It's one of the highest numbers. And they're now suggesting it. So who knows? The biggest thing, and they do push, the biggest thing is staying distant from everybody, keeping that 6 feet or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to the fun stuff beyond your beanbag chair. You have a book behind you that I thought would be nice to share tonight.
Okay. So this one is Carnage by Leslie Jones. This is probably, I've got a few books that I've read over the time that have stayed with me and you'll never forget. And this is one of those books that I just absolutely loved. And I went on to read all of her books then because she's writes beautifully. She's an Essex lady but she lives in Australia now. And but I'm not going to tell you what I thought about it because I'll probably balls it all up. But I'm going to read you just what it says on the back. It says, "A boy who dreamed about rock and roll, a girl who dreamed about a boy, A man that will do anything to make the world right for the woman he loves. A story about obsessive love, betrayal, loss, and learning. Says, I was just 11 years old, but I knew without a shadow of a doubt I was staring into the eyes of the boy I was going to love forever. But life doesn't always go to plan. And when your world, your life, and your hopes and dreams for the future are ripped out from under you, how do you go on? And that's heartbreaking. I didn't expect to happen what did happen in this book, but it was I highly recommend it. It was a great book.
Very cool. So I dropped the link into the comments.
Yep.
I put the box set because it looks like that's what you have right there.
Yes, I got the box set. Yeah.
Did you buy it from the author or from Amazon?
I actually went to. I've only been to one signing, and I was supposed to go to one in June, but that one's just been cancelled till next year. But I met Leslie for the first time at the first one and only book signings I went to last year. So I bought it off of her then. And I bought a couple of her other books as well. But yeah, this is probably one of my all-time favourite books that I've read. Yeah, very good.
The signings are exciting. Okay, so you know how my brain's working, but I'll just tell you that in my head I have something going on that I'm thinking about that has to do with signings, but virtual or I don't know. We'll figure it out because nobody has signings right now, but we all love connecting with the authors.
Yep.
Like I have my ones from Maggie.
Oh, love them.
I have to figure out which way to move these.
Yeah.
I have. This is one of my favorites.
Yes, they're my favorites too.
And she personalized them for me.
Beautiful.
God, I can't do backwards. So this series deals with. This is dealing with the people left behind after suicide in the surf, dealing with their loved one who has committed suicide, and they're planning for his funeral, trying to figure out why they missed things. And it's an absolutely fabulous, fantastic short book. I highly suggest you all give it a try. I'll put the link in there in just a bit. And then this is the follow-up to it. This is Ava's story. Ava is the widow, who has a little boy who is trying to move on past her husband committing suicide. This and Resurrection, I have a push-pull of them being my favorites. Yeah. Resurrection is my favorite because of my happily ever after, want everything to be perfect.
Yep.
This is emotionally charged that I absolutely highly recommend you guys pick up. Do you have anything else you want to share?
I've got Resurrection. Yeah, I love it. That's one of my favorites. I have to get in the surf and those books too because they're really good. I've got a few of Maggie's books, but Resurrection was one of my favorite ever reads as well. Loved it.
I grabbed.
Oh yes, yes. I loved that. No apologies. Awesome.
Gee, who named that?
It was a very clever lady.
Can't remember what her name is. She has this funny accent. And then I have
Fragile. Yes, I've got that one.
This one pushed my limits with the brutality in it of her abuse. But Sydney has a tattoo that eventually I'm going to get.
Yep.
Rosalind's here. She finally, yay, Rosalind.
Hi, Rosalind.
And then I have this one that now it has a whole new cover. This is Christine Duggar. And strangely, this is our story. She was having an auction. Let's see. S.E. Hall was having an auction for her daughter's softball team. Me, softball, it's all about softball. So I bid like really high and made a donation and got the book. And I also got a signed softball. So this is surrounding slow pitch softball. It's the only book
Okay.
I've ever read that actually has softball in it.
Yep.
So from this, Christine and I have become really good friends. We've met up at a signing, but we've also met in San Francisco just to hang out together, which was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
that's lovely. Yeah.
Okay, now, so here's insider information. If you've read
Ooh.
my book, you know that my Callie's best friend is, what's her name? Not
Shit,
Callie. Huh? Yeah, what's Callie's best friend?
oh shit, you're gonna put me on the spot now. I've forgotten.
Starts with a T.
That T. Oh, shit. T.
Ends with an A.
Oh,
Sounds like Tina.
oh, Tina. Jesus,
Anyway,
I know that.
so Tina is based around my really good friend. And when I met up with Christine, my good friend Tina was with us.
Oh, okay.
So
There you go.
can't believe you forgot.
Oh no, I tell you what, look at the colour of my face. I'm going red now.
So I have 3 unsigned paperbacks that I'm going to be giving away. I bought, actually, I have 2 that I'm going to give away. I have to keep one. Sorry, I'm being stingy. I bought these 2 books.
Oh, look at them covers. Great book.
Great books. I've read them a ton. They're not signed. I bought them to do Bookstagram stuff, if you're familiar with it. You just basically take your books out and you set them up and you pose them, and kind of like my book posed. But I like Maggie's. I don't know if you've ever seen the teasers that are her books are propped up at the beach and there's a video.
You did that. Yeah, that's
did
awesome.
those.
Yeah,
So I
beautiful.
bought these books to do the same thing, but I want to do a giveaway inside Reds, and give somebody these paperbacks to adorn their shelves with. I'm going to show you the new swag I made.
Do not says. Oh, that's awesome.
So your own door hanging.
Door hangers. That's awesome. You've done a good job.
I just got those in today. That's about all that's going on with me.
Yep.
Crazy world.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy times, definitely.
I do know that I'm going to go and hide out for a while. I've been digging in really hard writing, and
has it all coming along?
It's going really, really well. I wrote a scene, or it's not even a scene, but I wrote a section of a scene that I needed to elaborate on something, and it turned into probably my favorite scene now of anything I've ever written.
Oh, that's great.
I'm just waiting for my editor to look at it and be like, ugh, just no. And then I'll have to just share it because I love it, or I'll have to beg her to help me make it.
Help you put it in a way that it's going to be good in the book, because it sounds good. And you've got to sometimes have a bit of those bits that you think, I really love that bit, I want to keep it.
And it's also when it's a kind of piece that only those who know me and those who have been with me will understand. Otherwise, it's just going to flow through the book.
Yeah.
So I've also been making my crafting is something that calms me.
Yeah.
So it's up to bat magnets.
Oh, awesome.
And same with these ones. It's my, when you get closer, you can't see
it.
it.
It's your book cover, is it? No? Can't see that one. It's blurry.
And I did Luna's Something Wonderful.
Oh, Something Wonderful, yeah.
So, well, I'm sitting there looking at the words or having it talk to me, which I do a lot. A lot of times I put my headphones on and just let the word read back to me. So I'll be sitting there playing around with something because I have to multitask. And then I'll put it down real quick and have to go and change something and edit and then pick it up again and listen. So yeah, that's what's going on. The book I was going to give away that I decided I needed to keep is one of my street team members or partners that just had his release, Mitchell Summers, Metamorphosis.
Oh, yes.
It is, I bought
Beautiful.
this because the cover is just absolutely gorgeous.
It is. Yeah.
And the inside blew me away.
Oh, look at it. I need to get that book. It was a beautiful story too. Loved it.
I don't run across a lot of paperbacks that are just so pretty.
Oh, look at it.
And it's a great story. I'm jealous of Mitchell and what he was able to do on a debut. It's just so well written, and it has a part of it that is so pivotal in society and dealt with in such a heartwarming way. I know you read it.
Yeah, I loved it. No, it was a very touching story. It was well written, yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking about giving it away, but it's too pretty to give away.
It needs to be on your bookshelf.
Not that these ones aren't, but I have a lot of signed books from Zane, and I have actually a couple of Maggie's were in Maggie was kind enough to send me a bunch of them. So I have some of Maggie's that I'll be doing giveaways for also. She has been very generous in supporting my blog and things. So I have a ton of authors that have just been generous, giving me books to give away or to add to my book boxes, which by the way is now no longer. I've decided the book boxes are too much work and not enough reward. Not that okay, I'll just say this. I'm a horrible businesswoman. And if the box cost me $25 to put together, not counting my labor, not counting all of that stuff, I would put it for sale sometimes at $20 or $25.
Oh, wow.
So because
you're losing money on it.
But it was making people happy, and that made me happy.
Yeah.
And so I had to quit bleeding it because otherwise hubby, otherwise known as my sugar daddy, might have pulled the plug on that. So I have other ideas. I have one huge idea to start doing with live. I have an author who's ready to start going live with me. She's actually trying to set up a party.
Oh, really?
Live. And then off of that, I want to start doing an extra little thing that I have to talk to you about offline on Friday nights, where I want readers, PAs, authors, models, whoever wants to come online and have fun. Hi, Linda Lee. She just popped in. I really want to see this take off, because takeovers are fun. They can be a nice way to meet everybody, but I'm ready to move on. I'd like to be able to do the live thing for those who can do live and mix in the takeovers for those who can't do live. I think that's the way to go.
No, it's something a bit different. It sounds good.
I need participation, though. And it can be anybody. If Linda wants to pop on and show her face, it's nothing that's going to be like if anybody found out about it, that you'd be keeping that side of yourself, kind of quiet. If Jen wanted to come on and play, it's going to be games. It's going to be interaction. It might be just like I had you do. Show me one of your favorite books. And tell me about it. I want it to be fully interactive. And then how cool would it be to have an author come on and let a reader come on with them
Oh,
and
awesome. Yeah.
get to kind of interact and ask some
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
We don't get to go to signings or anything anymore, so
No,
let's try this.
exactly. Do it this way. Well, you're an
Linda
ideas
says,
woman. You're good.
Linda says, not sure you want to see or hear from me. I want to see and hear from everybody. I consider myself very lucky in this lockdown that we've created this community on Facebook and being able to talk to people online. I don't feel locked down. I don't feel as lonely as a lot of people I think do.
Yeah, and so that's what's good. And you have a little bit of a laugh and a bit of a chat, and it gets people out of their head, I think, at this time. So it's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I just, because remember, I have that ability to bring up more people.
Yep.
I can, well, let's see, I'll put this up here. This is what we're reading right now. We're reading in book club Nightwalker by Aaron Spear. And do one more. Yeah. And we're reading, ow!
Good intention.
We're reading Anna Balin's Good Intentions. And I can't leave Lynn's out.
I finished Lindsay's book last night.
Did you?
Yes, very good. It's very good.
I need to find hers to pop up here. Hang on. Because that wouldn't be very nice of me. Advertise everybody. There's hers. So we're reading Stone. And there's still time to sign up for all of these. So that's what's going on in my world and Michelle's world. Maybe we can check in again next week. Maybe the week after.
And what about Gloria? Did you hear about Gloria in your book?
Miss Gloria, are you around? We need to find out if you got your 2 paperbacks and what you think of The Wild. I shall message her. Oh, Gloria. Michelle wants to know you read the paperback yet. Sent. Let's see. I know she's busy. It's weird. I mean, it's early in the morning for you. It's only 6 o'clock for me. So,
yeah, no.
And that means it's 9 o'clock for her, 9:15. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Having everybody from all over the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I see dots.
Oh, you see dots. She's replying.
She said, I have, but I have not started them yet. She got them, but we've been running around. First week is always hard with Double Trouble. We have a lot to do. Plus, we all know that Zane keeps her hopping at all times. So I see your comment on the feed, Gloria. Maybe I blocked you. Like that would ever happen. I would never, ever exclude the organized person of my partner. I get to be the comic entertainment, the comic relief.
Gloria's behind the scenes, as you say, the busy lady that gets everything organized.
She is, but Linda, it's 11:15 a.m. for her. So Australia has different time zones?
Yeah, which is weird. I don't get it either. But it's nearly 9:15 for us, so we're about 2 hours behind Linda. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. We have 4 time zones in the United States.
Yep.
So I guess I've only come out of my bubble about 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yep.
Come out of my United States bubble about 2 years ago.
Oh, well, I'm still forgetting all the time zones. Well, I message you. Because I
I
still
told
get
you
confused.
that app,
Yes.
the World, what was it? World Time Buddy.
Yes.
So it let me have 4 time zones, and I have Perth on one of them, so I can look at mine, East, UK, and Perth.
Yep.
So, all right.
Okay.
We have a standing date Fridays, but it may not be every Fridays.
Yep.
All right.
Someone else might like to jump on and have some fun with you.
Oh,
one of these ladies might comment.
I want you and the other people.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to no. What I have planned, I need 2 more people to go live with us.
Oh, are we going to do sculling games or something? Like you would be in the afternoon, me it's first thing in the morning. A closet drinker. I've become a closet drinker.
Like that would stop you. All right, Michelle, stay safe.
Yes, you too. You have a lovely weekend.
You too. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
Bye.